Later on, I had a call from Paul Menard. I said, well, why don't you come on down and talk? He came to town, and I told he and Mac, I said, why don't you spend a couple of days just getting to know each other, and let's see what happens. And we took them to lunch at the Houston House restaurant, and it was the most incredible lunch I've ever spent in my life. It was magic, absolute magic. So then I had the task of going to Dickie Rosenfeld and saying, I'd like to double the salaries on our morning show. But Dickie was very supportive, as he always was. And so we went on the air with Hudson and Harrigan. Hudson Roach and Paul Menard, the same Irving Harrigan from Dallas. And to say it was phenomenally successful instantly would be an understatement. They absolutely exploded in the market. He introduced characters such as Jim Bob Jumpback, Seymour Broomwad, the Lone Ranger again. And so now today, some 35 years later, Hudson and Harrigan has become the biggest, longest running morning show in America, to my knowledge. They have kept this franchise alive, and so tonight we're saluting all the members who contributed to that. Paul Menard is probably the funniest man I've ever known in my life. He could take an Orban joke book, absolutely bring it to life. He was a very talented voice man, and I first competed against him at KGKB in Tyler when I was at KDOK. And all of a sudden he shows up from Tyler, Texas as morning man at KLIF. It's quite a move. He had an incredible sense of comedic timing, and I cannot tell you how important that is to do a show like this. I loved sitting with he and Mac and hearing them debate and dissect comedy and timing and attitude down to mere subtleties that I had never even imagined existed. Paul found great success both before and after H&H with his longtime team, Charlie Jack Woods. Very talented man. Paul is here tonight from San Diego. Paul.
Thank you very much. Kicking around Texas, from Colorado City, Texas, to Tyler, Texas, Galveston, Texas, Lubbock, Texas. I thought I was never going to get out of Texas. I ended up, of course, at the perfect station, at the perfect time, with the perfect program director, and the perfect station manager. And the one thing that I think I'll always remember, and we still talk about it when we have a minute, and that is, one morning Mac was on vacation, and I got a call about 7:45 that the station wasn't on the air because I was still sleeping. And imagine the #1 station in the market not on the air. So I ran down as quick as I could. I got on the air, and I knew I was doing my last show. And I kept saying that, well, this is the last show, but they're running down my mind. And then someone came in and told me something that really made sense. And so I said it on the air. I had a second thought that maybe this wasn't my last show, because if Dickie fired me, who would hold him up to the water fountain when he needed a drink? That line saved my job. Thank goodness for the best radio station I ever worked at.